Well, hello everyone, and I pray that you all are having had a good semester break. Happy New Year to everyone. A new semester. For some of you, this may be your last semester and you're ready to graduate. So congratulations. So I just want to go over a few things in terms of navigating the site. Many of you have had online experience, so this is not anything new to you. You know very well that you need to discipline yourself. Make sure you're faithful to looking at the site. I will talk to you just briefly about where to look for everything. So once you come into Blackboard, you'll see that the first thing that you see is the announcements page. And this is where I'm going to put all of the announcements for the course, for the assignments, for anything. All right. You also have my contact information. And notice in the contact information, I have I am a faculty member from Hostos. You can read a little bit about who I am. A faculty member at Hostos, so my primary CUNY first email address would be Hostos because that is my primary place of employment. You have my cell phone, so you could text me. I prefer text over calling because many times if I will be at a meeting or I may be in transit, driving or taking the subway. And you know what happens when you're in the subway, you can't get anything. So I prefer cell phone. My office hours are going to be on Blackboard Collaborate. Okay, and you'll see the instructions here about Blackboard Collaborate. And then when we get into the syllabus, I'll talk more about how to get into with the page that I have for accessing Blackboard Collaborate. Some of you have already used Blackboard Collaborate, so this is not anything new. My office hours are going to be Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. until 11 p.m. Now, of course, there are some time differences. I understand that. So we could meet via Blackboard Collaborate or by appointment via email. Okay, so if the hours on Blackboard Collaborate don't work with you for Monday through Friday, send me an email or text me with the hours that work best for us to meet via Blackboard Collaborate or answering any question that you might have. Many times the questions that people have, the students have in the class, are not necessarily something that we have to work on or look at, but there may be, especially in some portions of Excel, that might be a little bit of a challenge. So if the Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. doesn't work for you, let me know and I will arrange some other times for you. If I'm not available, because obviously every night from now until May 15th or 14th, whenever the last day of class is, I may not always be there every night from 10 to 11. So I will let you know in advance unless, of course, some emergency happens. All right? So just to make you aware that I am available. Some students say I'm not available. I've always posted my cell phone. This is the first time I'm using Blackboard Collaborate, but I've always had my cell phone always available to students. All right. So when you get into Blackboard Collaborate, this is the site itself. Okay. And it's going to go through all of its mechanisms, but let's go into Syllabus. Okay. And you'll notice the syllabus, folks, when you click in, I'll go through that in a minute. All right. But I want you to see the basic steps to participate and collaborate. And here's the guide for you to go through this, all the steps. All right, I don't think I have to open it up for you. But I do want to go over the syllabus. All right, it's in a PDF file, so that makes it a lot easier for you to open up. Okay. And of course, this course is CIS 101, Computer Fundamentals and Applications. It's totally online. I am Professor Sandy Figueroa. Gave you my cell phone number, my office number at Hostos. Okay, we went through all of this, what the course is, all of this, our learning objectives. You need to have a C or better for students who are business majors and business minors. All right, what you're going to be developing and learning. The grading standards are based on percentages and not points, even though Blackboard uses points. Okay, discussion board. You'll notice we have discussion board, voice thread, and Team Wiki assignments. That's 10% of your grade. We have 6 Excel assignments. They're worth 40% of your grade. PowerPoint 2 exercises, 2 chapters. They're worth 10%, and Access 20%. Very important, folks, especially those of you with a Mac. Access is required in the course. At the end, towards the end, this is Access will be the last assignment. Make sure you have all of your access and computer needs met now. That's why we're doing the introduction. It takes a week for us to get everything together. You have an end of semester project. That's worth 20%. Okay, you know what the SPS grades are. Okay, the required textbook is an e-textbook. Okay, and you're going to have to use My IT Lab. Many of you have used My IT in other courses. Okay, please note you must have Access installed on your computer to complete the Access assignments. As you can see from the syllabus, you will have 4 chapters of Access to complete. Therefore, Access is an integral part of the course requirement for CIS 101. Please see pages 10 and 11 of the syllabus to access Microsoft Office 365 to complete the Access assignments. Now, to get the textbook as well as the My IT lab, all right, this is the code that you're going to need for the My IT lab. All the instructions are here. Any questions you can post in the Q&A discussion board, send me a text, whatever it is, okay, just to make sure that you understand what you need to do. All right, and these are the chapters, these are the dates that the assignments are due. Okay, your introductory assignment, as you can see, is due February 3rd. It goes on and on. Okay, I will just explain everything to you when it comes to the lab. When we're ready to do that, the only assignment that you're going to see right now is the introductory assignment. Okay, rules and guidelines. There is no extra credit for this class, and there is no incomplete unless there's a real serious problem. And you'll read all of the course expectations. I'm very good at responding to emails and texts as quickly as I possibly can. All of the assignments are posted on the Monday. All right, so make sure you take a look at, make sure you look at the site on Mondays so you can see when the assignments are due. Anyone who is unable to submit the assignment on the due date and time must speak with your advisor. You may have a lot more serious problem than you think in just terms of maybe forgetting something. I will accept communication only through your advisor as to any problem that you are having in submitting the assignments on the due date and time. Otherwise, the grade of 0 will remain. It's very important. I want you to keep in touch with your advisor. Sometimes it's a little more serious than just forgetting an assignment. Sometimes it might be you feeling overwhelmed and you really need to speak with the advisor. Okay, the advisor will let me know if this is a serious issue. Certainly not going to tell me what the issues are. That is not my purview. I have nothing to do with your personal issues because I can't solve them. The advisor will apprise me that there's a serious issue or that the student just needs to talk to me. Okay, accessibility and accommodations, and we all know that we try to do that within CUNY. Online etiquette and anti-harassment policies, we stick to that. I have no expectation of you doing anything other than what you're supposed to do in terms of your professional development. And this is the MS Access, the instructions. Okay, any problems with this, make sure you seek out the help desk and let me know that you're having a problem. But let me know this before the first assignment. I will not listen to anything before that after the first assignment in Access, because you've had all of this time. The first assignment, as you can see, that's due, that we're going to talk about, Access, is in March. All right, so make sure, okay, by March 30th, okay, your first Access assignment will be posted and it'll be due April 6th. So you'll have plenty of time to resolve any Access issues. Okay, so let's go back, okay, to our site. All right, rules and guidelines, everything that's here on these pages of these folders are in your syllabus. All right, I just wanted to reinforce. And the technical problems, anything, make sure you call the help desk. All right, let's take a look at our assignments. The only assignment you see right now is the week of January 27th, which is, of course, the first day of class. All right, and you will see that your introductory assignments are due next Monday, February 3rd. So what I want you to do is become familiar with Blackboard course areas on the left side of the screen. Read all of the documents and information on the syllabus course info, and download the syllabus and review. Purchase the required custom e-textbook. Register in My IT Lab. Introduce yourself via VoiceThread. Choose a team manager. I'll get to that right now in terms of groups. Okay, click into groups. Now, because I'm the faculty member, I have access, obviously, to all 5 teams because I'm the one who created the teams. When you go into groups and you do not see a team number, you're either going to be number 1, 2, 3, or 5. You'll only see one number. Team 1, 2, 3, or 5. If you don't see a number, text me immediately, because that means I did not place you in a team, and you need to do that quickly so that you can work on your team assignment. All right, so let's go back to assignments. All right, and in your team assignment, choose a team manager for this introductory assignment. Team manager, please type your name as team manager in wiki number 1. Come to consensus on the name of your team. The team manager will post the name of the team in wiki number 2. The link to the video explaining the team assignment is right here, so once everyone clicks in, you'll be able to see what the instructions are for your team, for your team assignment. Okay? Syllabus and course information, as I said, is already there. Goes back. Introduce yourself discussion board. This is your assignment. So when you come into the discussion board, you'll see a Q&A forum. That means any questions that you have, please make sure to post them here for the class to see. Nothing personal. Anything that's personal, certainly not going to be on a discussion board. But anything that you want the class to help you answer, because some of you work at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, I'm not at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, to answer your question, but somebody is there to be able to answer your question. So anything about the course, anything about the introductory assignments, anything about anything pertaining to the course, you could put up here. The discussion board is not going to be graded. All right? To introduce yourself, click into the voice thread. What I want you to do is, after you hear me, because I'm going to introduce myself, and you'll have a picture of who I am, obviously, because it's a video, I want you to respond to that video and introduce yourself. Okay? And when you introduce yourself, tell us what your major is. Obviously, tell us what your name is, your major, what brought you to School of Professional Studies, what professional goals or accomplishments you've done so far. Just a little bit about yourself. If you choose to tell us what country you're from, fine. That's not required. What is required is your name, your major, and what you expect to get out of this course, and your career goals. All right? So, and that is due February 3rd by 11 p.m. Monday, February 3rd. So your assignments, your old assignments, are due on the day that you get your new assignments, only of course at different hours. All right? So we're good. Any questions, make sure you ask me, or first post on Q&A to see if anybody will answer, and then if not, then I will jump in. Okay? So those are your introductory assignments. Okay. Becoming familiar with Blackboard, going through the material and the syllabus course information, going through all of these menu bars, purchasing the custom e-textbook, registering into My IT Lab, introducing yourself via voice thread. I showed you how to do that, and also learning, looking at the team assignment that's on the link that I provided. Okay, making sure you go through all of this. And also reminding you again about Microsoft Access and Apple products. All right, the information is right here. It's the same that's in the syllabus and course information. Right. And I want to go back into groups. I call them teams, but obviously in SPS they call them groups. So taking a look at Team 1. All right, look at what you have access to. These are your team members. Okay, your team members are already listed. You have access to collaborate, a team collaborate, not just my office hours collaborate. You have a file exchange. You can exchange. You're going to have to upload some assignments in the file exchange. You have a group discussion board, so if you want to have something a little more intimate than the class and you want to talk among yourselves, fine. The group wiki assignments, and then you can send each other email. This is your team only. The only person who has access to your team, aside from your team members, I am that person. I have access to all of the teams. No other team members have access to your team. Nobody else in the class, except your team members and me, are the only ones who have access to your team. So you can discuss anything in terms and post in your group discussion board that the team will not, the rest of the class will not see. You could send emails only to your team members and of course to me. All right. But that's the only thing that you can do. You cannot look at other people. Oh, let me see what they have to say. All right. So make sure you're aware that you have your private way of communicating. You want to use Snapchat. You want to use any other method. I have no problem with that. You're not obligated to use the tools that are in your team, except of course the group wiki that you have to use because the assignments are going to be required in group wiki as well as the file exchange. But if you don't want to use the group group Blackboard Collaborate or the group discussion board and you want to use something else, by all means, feel free to do so. So I want to make sure that you understand that. All right, the My Grades, obviously when you click into My Grades, you'll be able to see your grades. I post all of the grades. I try to grade everything within the week. All right, so if your assignment is due February 3rd, by the time February 10th comes, I should have posted your grades. I always put an announcement in the announcements page that I have posted your grades. All right, so that you can take a look. Okay, folks, so let's go back to announcements, and just to wish you well, and for us to enjoy the class, enjoy each other, okay? And let's begin our journey and let's have fun. Any questions or anything, make sure you either text me or if it's something general, post in the Q&A discussion board or in your own group discussion board. Might be kind of nice if you just introduce yourselves as team members in your groups, since you have the group discussion board, and then maybe you can come to consensus as to the best way you want to communicate with each other. Okay, folks? So thank you very much, and all the best to you. Bye-bye.